One of the clear things that's happened over the last couple of generations is that the museums, hospitals, schools that stood at the heart of our communities have been knocked down, hollowed out, perhaps converted into flats, and the public buildings put out onto the peripheries in a big box in a car park. Now, that is not the message that we as a society should be saying to ourselves about the importance that we put on healing people or on our civic institutions.
People come to the table the first time they meet the clinicians, and they have the design already drawn out without any real knowledge of the operational processes, or without even the whole design team actually articulating what their design and clinical objectives are.
I think the current hospital is made of plasterboard and very wet materials, which means anything you want to change, you have to smash and rip it up, cause dust, close down wards. I think they're staffed by extraordinary people who work incredibly hard to make everything function. But sometimes they do that working against the architecture of the building.
They've not been able to keep pace with technology advancements and the healthcare demands that we now have. And as a result, we have ended up with cramped conditions where one department might encroach on another.
Frankly, the NHS tradition of building hospitals is a big problem, I think. It's separate NHS planning. They come to a town, they stick a new bit of NHS there without any real interplay. There is a lot of money in there, and it's not doing all it could. The first thing I'd say is you're walking in. You're not in a car park, trying to find a car parking space. Hopefully, you would also be able to walk to many of the other services you might need.
We've introduced a smooth arrivals process. We've talked about minimising the stress associated with parking when they arrive, which patients often talk about. We have designed systems that ensure that the sickest get seen quickest, whereas the others are assessed within 15 minutes of arrival and often turned around within 30 minutes of arrival. And I think also we've improved the amenities that are available to our patients. They've got access to an iPad, they can charge their phone, which are really basic in other places, but not in NHS hospitals.
We want the patient experience to be as completely stress-free as we can in terms of the journey to the front door. So literally you can get dropped off, whether you come by bus or by car or by other modes of transport, right to your front door. You're welcomed like a 5-star hotel guest. You're welcomed into a welcome lounge, and literally you're taken up and you're straight in your ward. So your whole journey is but a few steps away from the entrance.
There's no point putting hospitals out in the outskirts of a town or a city. You actually want to integrate them into the centre, and that's all to do with how they fit in with the urban grain of the city.
Our hospital is tactile, and it is sensory. You can see trees everywhere you go. There's small floor plans, so it's much harder to get lost. It starts off with a market at the base of it. It has a park on the first floor. So we're trying to embrace the community and build on the community.